SAP OData Online Training. Learn and improve your knowledge. Introduction to SAP OData. Understanding OData and its importance. This section will provide an in-depth overview of OData as a protocol for building and consuming RESTful APIs. It will explain the key concepts behind OData, its benefits in the context of SAP systems, and how it simplifies data sharing across different platforms. OData architecture and principles. Delve into the architecture of OData, exploring its layered structure, including the roles of the OData service document, metadata, and entity sets. Discuss the principles that guide OData design, such as resource orientation, uniform interface, and statelessness. Benefits of using OData in SAP. Highlight the specific advantages of leveraging OData within the SAP ecosystem. Discuss how OData promotes data consistency, supports seamless integration between SAP and non-SAP systems, and facilitates the creation of user-friendly interfaces. Setting up your development environment. Installing SAP OData services. Walk through the installation process of SAP OData services, whether you are using SAP Gateway, SAP Fiori, or other relevant tools. Provide step-by-step instructions for a smooth setup. Configuring development tools and aids. Guide learners on configuring popular integrated development environments, aids, such as Eclipse or Visual Studio Code to work seamlessly with SAP OData development. Highlight essential plugins and extensions. Creating a sandbox for testing. Emphasize the importance of a testing environment and guide learners through the creation of a sandbox where they can experiment with OData services without impacting production systems. Creating your first OData service. Setting up data sources and entities. Explain how to connect to various data sources within the SAP landscape, whether it's SAP HANA, SAP S/4HANA, or custom databases. Walk learners through the process of selecting the right data sources for their OData services. Defining entity types and properties. Introduce the concept of entity types as representations of data entities within the service. Show how to define entity properties, including data types and relationships, using metadata annotations. Enabling CRUD operations on entities. In this section, teach learners how to enable create, read, update, and delete CRUD operations on the defined entities. Cover essential annotations like @OData.create, @OData.read, etc. that control the behavior of these operations. Data modeling and entity relationships. Designing entity relationships, one-to-one, one-to-many. Deepen the understanding of entity relationships, explaining how to establish various relationships like one-to-one and one-to-many using navigation properties. Provide real-world examples to illustrate the concepts. Creating navigation properties. Detail the creation of navigation properties that allow clients to traverse relationships between entities. Discuss the benefits of navigation properties in enhancing data retrieval efficiency. Handling complex types and collections. Explore scenarios where complex types and collections come into play. Guide learners on modeling more intricate data structures, such as nested entities or arrays, within OData. Querying and filtering data. Introduction to query options. Introduce learners to the concept of query options in OData, which enable clients to customize their data requests. Explain the URL-based approach to including query options in requests. Using $filter for data filtering. Deep dive into the $filter query option, teaching learners how to filter data based on specific criteria. Provide examples of filtering by conditions, ranges, and logical operators. Implementing $order by and $top for sorting and pagination. Explain how to use $order by to sort query results and $top to implement pagination. Illustrate how these options contribute to efficient data retrieval. Expanding and shaping results. Utilizing $expand for including related data. Demonstrate how the $expand query option allows clients to include related data in a single request. Show how to navigate through linked entities and fetch relevant data. Selecting specific fields with $select. Discuss the importance of data minimization and teach learners how to use $select to retrieve only the necessary fields from an entity. This contributes to improved performance and reduced bandwidth usage. Controlling response format with $format. Explain how the $format query option enables clients to specify the desired response format, such as JSON or XML. Highlight its relevance for accommodating different client requirements. Creating and updating data. Implementing post and put operations. Detail the steps to create new entities using the HTTP post method and update existing entities using the HTTP put method. Provide examples of how to structure requests for each operation. Handling data validation and error handling. Explain the importance of validating incoming data and handling errors gracefully. Teach learners how to implement data validation rules and return appropriate error responses. Using conventions for entity creation. Introduce conventions for creating entities, such as generating unique identifiers, timestamps, or default values. Discuss when and how to apply these conventions effectively. Deleting and patching data. Implementing delete and patch operations. Guide learners through the process of deleting entities using the HTTP delete method and partially updating entities using the HTTP patch method. Handling partial updates with patch. Explore scenarios where partial updates are useful and necessary. Provide practical examples of how to send partial update payloads and apply changes. Soft and hard deletes, best practices. Discuss the concept of soft and hard deletes and the considerations for implementing each. Address scenarios where data retention is important and how to manage deleted data. Advanced query options. Using $count for aggregations. Explain how the $count query option allows clients to retrieve the total count of entities matching a filter condition. Illustrate its use in scenarios that require aggregate information. Working with $search for full-text search. Introduce the $search query option for full-text search capabilities. Guide learners on incorporating search functionality into their OData services. Applying $filter functions for complex queries. Dive into advanced filtering using $filter functions like substring of, concat, and others. Demonstrate how to construct complex queries that combine multiple filtering conditions. Security and authentication. Implementing authentication mechanisms. Discuss various authentication methods such as basic authentication, OAuth, and SAML in the context of SAP OData services. Provide guidance on choosing and implementing the appropriate mechanism based on security requirements. Role-based authorization and access control. Explain how to enforce role-based authorization for different user groups accessing OData resources. Detail the process of assigning roles and permissions to ensure secure data access. Securing OData services with tokens. Explore the usage of security tokens for enhanced protection. Cover the generation, validation, and management of tokens to ensure secure communication between clients and OData services. Performance optimization. Query optimization techniques. Share strategies for optimizing queries to improve response times. Cover topics such as indexing, query structure, and leveraging query options effectively. Caching strategies for improved performance. Introduce caching mechanisms to reduce database load and enhance performance. Discuss server-side and client-side caching techniques and their benefits. Minimizing network overhead with batch requests. Teach learners how to combine multiple requests into a single batch request to minimize network round trips. Illustrate the process of creating and handling batch requests. Error handling and troubleshooting. Common error codes and their meanings. Provide a comprehensive list of common OData error codes along with explanations of their causes. Help learners understand the reasons behind errors and how to troubleshoot them. Debugging OData services. Guide learners on effective debugging techniques, including logging, tracing, and using debugging tools provided by development environments or frameworks. Logging and monitoring best practices. Discuss the importance of logging and monitoring for identifying issues and maintaining service quality. Offer best practices for implementing logging mechanisms and monitoring tools. Versioning and evolutions. Managing OData service versions. Explore strategies for versioning OData services to ensure backward and forward compatibility. Discuss the importance of versioning and methods to implement version control. Handling schema changes and compatibility. Guide learners through scenarios involving changes to entity structures or properties. Teach techniques to handle schema changes while maintaining compatibility. Strategies for deprecation and sunset. Explain how to gracefully deprecate and sunset older versions of OData services. Provide recommendations for notifying clients and transitioning them to newer versions. Consuming OData services. Integrating OData with UI5 applications. Discuss how to consume OData services within SAP UI5 applications. Walk learners through the process of fetching and displaying data in user interfaces. Building mobile apps with OData. Explore the integration of OData services into mobile applications. Cover considerations for data synchronization, offline access, and optimizing mobile performance. Third-party application integration. Guide learners on exposing OData services to external applications and systems. Discuss authentication, authorization, and security aspects when integrating with third-party platforms. Real-world use cases and examples. Creating a product catalog OData service. Provide a step-by-step example of creating an OData service for a product catalog. Cover aspects like entity types for products, categories, and pricing. Building a sales order management system. Illustrate the development of an OData service for managing sales orders. Show how to handle customer information, order items, and order statuses. Showcasing OData in IoT scenarios. Explore how OData can be applied in Internet of Things, IoT, contexts. Discuss scenarios where sensor data is exposed via OData for consumption by analytics systems. Best practices and design guidelines. Naming conventions for entities and properties. Discuss the importance of consistent naming and provide guidelines for naming entities, properties, and navigation properties to ensure clarity and maintainability. Structuring OData services for maintainability. Offer best practices for organizing OData services, including folder structure, modularization, and separating concerns to facilitate future maintenance. Applying RESTful principles to OData design. Emphasize the alignment of OData design with REST principles. Highlight how OData's features comply with REST constraints for a robust and scalable architecture. Future trends and OData roadmap. Exploring OData protocol enhancements. Discuss any recent or upcoming enhancements to the OData protocol that learners should be aware of. Highlight how these enhancements can impact service design and implementation. SAP's OData strategy and future directions. Provide insights into SAP's vision for OData usage and integration within its product offerings. Discuss the evolving role of OData in SAP's ecosystem. Staying current with OData industry developments. Guide learners on staying updated with the latest OData trends, standards, and community discussions. Recommend resources such as forums, blogs, and conferences. Conclusion and beyond. Reviewing your journey in mastering SAP OData. Summarize the key topics covered in the guide and celebrate learners' progress in mastering SAP OData concepts. Resources for continuous learning and improvement. Provide a curated list of books, websites, courses, and communities where learners can further enhance their knowledge of SAP OData and related technologies. Certifying your OData proficiency. Introduce certification options that validate learners' expertise in SAP OData. Explain the benefits of certification and how to prepare for relevant exams. Why choose Proexcellency for SAP Central Finance Online Training? Proexcellency is a good choice for SAP Central Finance Online Training for a number of reasons. Expert instructors. Proexcellency's instructors are all SAP certified experts with extensive experience in SAP Central Finance. They are able to provide you with the in-depth knowledge and skills you need to be successful in your career. Flexible learning options. Proexcellency offers a variety of learning options, including instructor-led live online training, instructor-led video training, and self-paced e-learning. This allows you to choose the option that best fits your needs and learning style. Hands-on training. Proexcellency's training is highly hands-on. You will have the opportunity to practice what you learn in a simulated SAP environment. This will give you the confidence you need to apply your skills in the real world. Support. Proexcellency offers 24/7 support to its students. This means that you can always get help if you have a question or need assistance. In addition to these factors, Proexcellency also offers a number of other benefits, such as accredited training. Proexcellency's training is accredited by SAP, so you can be sure that you are receiving quality training. Online community. Proexcellency has an online community where students can connect with each other and with instructors. This is a great way to get help, share ideas, and network with other SAP professionals. Guarantee. Proexcellency offers a satisfaction guarantee on its training. If you are not satisfied with your training, you can request a refund. Overall, Proexcellency is a great choice for SAP Central Finance online training. It offers a variety of learning options, experienced instructors, hands-on training, and 24/7 support. If you are looking for quality SAP Central Finance training, Proexcellency is a great option. Contact me to get more info. +918722799509 www.proexcellency.com. Thanks for watching.